sitting here waiting to go into work. Probably not the best time to make a video. I should have called out sick today so I could make a video in a more relaxed setting. Actually, I'll probably find out today what the outcome of our route inspections the last month are going to be, as far as what they're going to do to my route. I know they're going to add a little bit to it. It's okay. I'm kind of up in the corner next to a few other zip codes. It's one of the things I always liked about my route. I knew that if they ended up adding, the only thing around me they can give me is some more driving stuff, you know. But I think the guy next to me is probably going to get screwed. Anyways, see a lot of videos lately about all this negative stuff about the Philippines, you know. Some of these guys, you know, and I saw a couple videos, you know, the last few days about like Sunshine Shoulders and some of these guys. You know, and then you got the one British guy that's always talking about how easy it is for your Filipino to get you kicked out of the country and thrown in jail and all that. But it just seems like I've come across a lot of this negative kind of videos again, which is, you know, some people stock in trade, of course. That's, you know, how they get the views, talking about all that kind of stuff. I know Sunshine Shoulders is talking about how the dating pool is drying up, I guess, as far as like younger women or whatever. And then he had another video about how they're not looking for older men, whatever. You know, a lot of people over there aren't interested in, they're not looking for a foreigner anyways, obviously. But, you know, it just got me to thinking, though, the people who are, most of the success stories in the Philippines, you don't hear about, you know, because the people who are living a happy life over there and kind of found what they're looking for, got their dream, you know, they aren't busy making YouTube videos, and they've, some of these guys, they need to make YouTube videos because they don't have enough money. Maybe they need to supplement what they're doing. If somebody's making YouTube videos every single day, especially if they're pumping out like 2 or 3 a day, they must not have much else to do in life, you know? The people who actually have a successful life and enjoying themselves over there and all of that, they're not busy spending their time sitting around talking to their phone all day instead of living. And that's why I think we see so many negative videos about the Philippines and things over there. You got these guys that don't really have, I don't know if they're lonely, don't really have anything else to do but sit around and make videos. They apparently don't have enough money to go out and travel around and do other stuff and make videos about things like that, you know, in different places that they could check out, give you some helpful hints about, or travel tips or whatever. So there they are, stuck in one spot without anything, you know, fun or useful to do, and making videos. Those are the people that you hear from all the time on YouTube. The people who are enjoying life over there, they're actually out doing stuff and making videos about the nice stuff in the Philippines, and, you know, different places they've gone to visit, and showing you travel videos and stuff like that, or talking about the restaurant that they went to and things that you might be interested in like that. The people who are making all these negative videos, they're not the success stories of the Philippines. You know, they're the people who got screwed over, or I'll say just screwed up themselves, and they're looking to sit around and take out their negativity on the internet and on social media, and they're making videos all the time about Philippine is this, Philippine is that. My wife and I were watching a video I came across the other day when I was just like, did a little search for, you know, like Philippine home building videos, and I found this one guy. Should I forget his name now? But yeah, he made a video like addressing some of the haters in his email or his comments or something. And he was talking about the people, the negative stuff about Filipinos. And my wife liked the way he phrased it. You know, he said it's not a Filipino problem, it's a human problem. And I happen to agree with that. You know, people want to separate Filipinas from all the other women in the world. And like, you know, all the, you know, you got all the videos about Tompo and scammers and all this kind of stuff. And it's so funny, a lot of these guys who are bitching about Filipinas, they went to the Philippines because they got screwed over by women in other places. And then they go to the Philippines and talk about how horrible the women are there, and they're this and they're that. You know, these are people that are just not having a very fun, successful, happy life. And those are the people that you hear from on YouTube for the most part. The people who are just enjoying their life, they found somebody that they love and who loves them, and they've got a busy family life with their family over there and all that sort of thing. They're just not sitting around all day on the phone, staring at their phone screen and making videos, and then sitting around the rest of the day editing the shit, you know, to try and come up with a catchy little logo and put, you know, cute little words popping up on the screen and stuff. They've got other shit to do. And, you know, the people that don't have other shit to do, they're busy making videos telling you how horrible the Philippines is. But they're sitting in the Philippines doing it. For some strange reason, even though it's such a horrible place and all the negativity, that's where they are. And then I was kind of surprised to hear our buddy Sunshine talking about the one video he made, talking about how don't, you know, throw away your money, your retirement, having kids when you're older. He loves his daughter, but, you know, and I understand his point. Don't get yourself into situations that you're not prepared for financially or whatever, and that when people get older and are looking to retire, that they're not necessarily in a situation in their life where they should probably be starting a second family or whatever. But, you know, to go on the internet and whine about now, oh my God, now I've got a daughter I have to take care of, and like it's some big negative thing, that just, you know, that just seems like a very odd thing to me. Anyways, yeah, I was just been thinking about that the last few days. See, all this negative stuff, I don't know, it goes in cycles too, kind of. But a lot of that is what gets the views. And yet, oddly, the people who are sitting around watching that are, for some strange reason, very, very interested in the Philippines, or they're interested in going over there. You know, for those who are interested in going over there to find a girl or whatever, a woman, a young woman, that's still where their interest lies. But they want to fill their heads with all kinds of negative shit too. I guess you could look at it as saying, well, being prepared and going in with your eyes open. But there's something to be said for a place where you can go. It's like at PH Bourne US Naturalized channel. See their monthly budget video. These two people, under like $800 a month. Where else can a couple go out and live a fun, exciting, you know, or reasonably at least, you know, happy life without having to worry about everything for like $800 a month? And you may not like some of the things in the Philippines. On the other hand, a lot of people love it over there. And yeah, they hear roosters where they live. They hear karaoke where they live too. But it doesn't destroy their peace and happiness. So a lot of these guys who just want to whine about this stuff, it isn't necessarily a problem with the place. Maybe it's a place where they shouldn't be, but for whatever reason, there they are. And I can see where you say, okay, well, I'm making videos just to make sure other people come here with their eyes open. But a lot of these people who are making all these videos every day about this stuff, they're not making videos to give you information. Otherwise, they'd have something new to say once in a while, you know? They're making videos to try and get some money off of YouTube because they don't have anything better to do. I mean, we all got to find something to do to keep us, you know, going and fill our day, I guess. So we're not just sitting around bored waiting to die. But damn, you're in the Philippines. There's so much stuff to do, so many places to go and things to see. And yet, for some strange reason, their life is just sitting around waiting to die and feeling negative. They could have done that here in America, you know? At least I guess they get to do it over there where there's some palm trees and, you know, kind of like an island paradise and cute Oriental girls walking around. So I don't know. Anyways, I guess I got to go back to work. A few more years of this. But feeling pretty good. Get my new route adjusted. Come in here. You know, the stress is off for me, honestly. Like I say, after the end of this month, a couple more weeks, I'll be 62. I can retire, take Social Security, basically whenever I wanted to. I'm not planning to do it right now because I want to make sure things are a little bit better set up and all of that. But life is good. And I plan on having it be very good and exciting when I get to the Philippines finally, too. But for those who don't like it, I guess there's always the option of making a bunch of videos about how horrible it is while you're still living there.